It's the coaching style that's being praised for its positivity.
Yeah, motivating youth athletes, parents, and coaches, the nationally recognized Positive Coaching Alliance cultivates character as well as a winning attitude rather than an attitude of winning. And here this morning is a trainer with the PCA, Brian Swan. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
Should I call you Coach Brian?
Brian's fine.
Just Brian's fine?
Yeah.
We're not where Neil Field, so that works. First, I guess we should ask, what is the PCA?
So the Positive Coaching Alliance, Keith, was founded in 1998 in Stanford University. And its mission is to change the culture of youth sports. And so our focus really is better athletes and better people. And we drive toward ensuring that there's a positive experience for our players, but also making sure they realize that they can continue to be competitive, most importantly learning life lessons through athletics.
So not only is it for the students, but this is just as much for the parents, I would think, as well.
Yes, one of the great opportunities that we have is to impact all of the stakeholders within that player's experience. So the organization, the coaches, the parents, the players as well.
Now you guys are at its core, you guys are a physical manifestation of a philosophy.
Yes.
And you are brought in, you exist for anyone, for small towns, for big leagues, for anything else, for these organizations to bring you in and to consult with their higher ups and to kind of filter on down on how they should be talking and training their own coaches, on how those coaches should then talk to the kids, and how those kids should then in turn play, correct?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly the approach that we take. We want to make sure that it's a holistic approach, and that, as I mentioned, we get all of the key players involved in supporting ultimately the athlete themselves.
You know, youth sports is so intense. I mean, the competitiveness, just the intensity of the sports, it seems like it's just getting more and more each and every year. How do you get in there and talk about what, you know, let's calm down and let's try to be positive, let's be good people. Obviously, you're not trying to take the competitiveness out, but shifting that balance, is that difficult to get people to kind of see it where you guys are coming from?
It can be, but what my experience has told me is that most parents enter into this process with their children with the right intent. And so we just want to make sure that that intent is manifested in behaviors that support a great outcome for the players, a very positive outcome.
You know, I'm scanning through because the reason I met you and got hooked up with this is because Jack's playing baseball this year. And he went from Cub ball through the community center where everyone wore t-shirts and caps, and there was a score that may have been kept, to real baseball this year with people coaching, the kids coaching in uniforms. And going into that, we've never been sports parents. And there was this meeting hosted by you guys for parents about, you know, how to get behind stuff. And I had a stereotype in my head about what to expect from this league this year, from coaches and the competition level. And I was on edge a little bit, and I really didn't want to go to this meeting. And when I went, I met you, I heard you talk. And I heard you talk about things that went into a whole slant of psychology with children, about how children learn, about how children react, about how they behave both emotionally and physically to different stressors put on them. And that blew me away. And do you find that people are so surprised by that? Again, you overcame my stereotypes, my prejudices, if you will, quite quickly. Is that still an effort that you guys are trying to just compete against?
I would say this, first and foremost, Keith, you're not alone. That many people enter into that workshop with the same thought process that you do. But I think that based on the fact that PCA has done the research, that we've done our homework around what it means to create a positive athletic experience. We certainly see people leave there with certain tools, resources that they can leverage to create a great experience for their kids.
And important probably to start it young. I mean, you could start at any point, but I would think it'd be beneficial to start young.
Absolutely. Like anything else, it's about repetition, and it's consistently the message that I hear that's going to allow me to be successful.
Brian, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Great stuff.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And if you want to know anything more about this, for more information, if you're an individual, a parent, a coach, or if you're a whole entire league of some kind, because it's not just baseball, it can cover any sports, the Positive Coaching Alliance, you visit them at positivecoach.org. Some great resources right there.